Well, it's time for Champions League again, and it's time for probably one of the biggest games from this group stage of this UCL season. Barcelona versus Bayern Munich, an away game from Barcelona at Allianz Arena where Robert Lewandowski will face his former club, former teammates and also the former fans. And that's why it's gonna be interesting to see how Bayern fans will embrace Lewandowski. But anyway, whenever we hear about this game, Barcelona versus Bayern Munich, of course, the first thing that pops up in our mind is that 8-2 defeat. And also if you look at the head-to-head record right now from past 3 or 4 years, it's of course shifted towards Bayern Munich. But right now if you look onto this game, it's gonna be a complete different game. It's gonna be a complete different prospect. Because if you look at the current form of both the teams, Barcelona have been undefeated from past 5 games. They have scored 20 goals with just conceding 2. That's why it shows how balanced is this side. On the other side, Bayern Munich have been going through a little bit stuttering form. They have dropped points in back-to-back 3 games in Bundesliga. But still, Bayern Munich is Bayern Munich. In the first game of the Champions League itself, which was against Inter Milan, they got a comfortable and a dominating victory, a dominating 2-0 victory over them. That's why I think this task is gonna be still not easy. But if you look at the squad we have right now, which is a complete upgrade of what we had last year when we faced Bayern Munich, that's why we have a great chance to prove ourselves. But as said, still it's gonna be a mammoth task. Because even after losing out Lewandowski, Bayern Munich have gone much more better, to be honest if I say. They have gone much more fluid in their attack with Mane and also very unpredictable. And of course, whenever we hear Bayern, we always think about that high pressing, high intensity game. And that's why the first thing that Barcelona must do in this match is to try and match up the intensity and try and increase the intensity and the pace of the game. Because a year ago, Thomas Müller itself said that Barcelona lacks the intensity to compete in such kind of big stage or big games. But right now, things are quite pretty different. This is a whole new Barcelona that have ability to hurt any big teams around Europe or around the world. Also, if a Barcelona players have any sort of narrative about that revenge in their mind, they should use it. They should use it as a fuel to step up their game onto the field. Anyway, first of all, coming on to the lineup, I think for Barcelona, I would go with certainly Lewandowski, Rafinha and Dembele as of our attacking trio, Dembele and Rafinha, who can, stretch the pitch, and we have to use the width of the pitch as much as possible into this game because it's gonna be really important. We'll come on to that part later on. But right now, coming on to the midfield, we should use Sergio Busquets, Gavi and Pedri. Gavi, who will add that physical presence in our midfield and whose ball retention capabilities are gonna be very important in this game. And also on the other hand, Pedri as usual will add that sense of creativity. And on the back four, coming on to our back four, that's gonna be an important area. And for right centre back, of course, it should be Ronaldo Araujo, and on left centre back position, Eric Garcia. I'll go with Eric Garcia because he has improved a lot in this season, and also we need a good passer. We need a good passer in this game who can provide you those diagonal balls, because in this game a switch of play is going to be very important. And now on this full back position, well, we have, I think on left back I'll go with Alejandro Balde, no doubt, because he has that pace and can join attack very quickly, and also his defensive capabilities, his defensive actions have been quite good. And also on the other hand, right back, Jules Koundé, no doubt, because we need that area. We have to cover that area as much as possible because we have the threat of Alphonso Davies on that flank. Anyway, if we now look at the setup of both the teams, this season Bayern lines up with a 4-2-3-1 on paper but shifts to 4-2-2-2 or 3-2-5 on the ball. And whereas of Barcelona, of course, they usually line up with their 4-3-3 formation with high line, fullbacks are ready to join attack, midfielders stuck into those half spaces near number 9, and both the wingers spread wide to stretch out the pitch. And now basically if you see how both the teams likes to play out, well, both the teams likes to dominate the possession. But Bayern's pressing, especially Bayern's pressing, can cause a lot of troubles to Barcelona. Because of the ball, they lie on a 4-2-3-1 formation. And basically, their number 10, or to say Thomas Müller, who have an excellent record against Barcelona. I think he has scored 8 goals and given 2 assists against them. Anyway, talking about Thomas Müller, he would be there to cover our defensive midfielder. And of course, given how aggressive they are in their pressing, Bayern will try to close down both the centre backs of Barcelona as well. So in this game, of course, Ter Stegen's distribution must be on point, as both of this winger will leave fullbacks alone. Maybe and mostly we might have to build up from the long balls. And also attackers of Barcelona also have to sometimes fall back to receive the ball from Ter Stegen, as Bayern won't hesitate to press our fullbacks with another fullback. So yeah, to gain that numerical superiority on the wings, wingers have to drop deep. But anyway, if fullbacks are pressing the fullbacks, and to get out of this press, we need to be sharp in our passing with little 1-2s between centre backs and fullbacks and defensive midfielders would allow us to move the ball ahead to the free wingers. Also, one of the major points of this game is that Barcelona can exploit the space behind the high line of Bayern Munich, who usually have 3 at the back with Pavard joining this defensive line. But again, same goes for Barcelona. I mean, we also play with that high line, and Bayern have probably one of the best in-behind runners like Sané, Sadio Mane, and also Alphonso Davies, who likes to join attack. And also with having quality passes like Pavard and Kimmich, and also Manuel Neuer, whose distribution is on point as always. This can easily split open our defense. And that's why in this game, we have to be extra careful. And Bayern have a great quality to exploit the spaces. As said, they set up in a 4-2-2-2 formation with 2 strikers up front in between the centre backs, and the 2 attacking midfielder, I say, would be stucking into that half spaces, or to even create numerical superiority. One of the 2 defensive midfielder also joins and occupy the half spaces, and that's why we must have to be very compact. Bayern will try to pull out our defenders with the fake runs, especially of Sadio Mane, who will try to make those fake runs and pull out the defenders out of the position. That will allow players like Sané to run in behind. And that's why in certain situations, winning the ball back into that area is gonna be very necessary, and having Gavi in the midfield will provide you that kind of aspect which can help us to launch the quick counter attack, because we have speedsters like Dembele, Lewandowski and Rafinha. And also another thing we should take care about is that the long switches from Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich likes to attract opposition into one half, and suddenly they will switch the game towards Alphonso Davies on that left side, who will be storming forward and is killer, as we all know. And that's why we have to take precautions in certain kind of situation, and that's why I would put a great defender on that right back position. Of course, it should be Ronaldo Araujo or Jules Koundé. And to avoid such situations, we have to keep the ball as much as possible and force them to defend a little bit deeper. And if they will defend it deeper, they will do it in a formation of 4-4-2 as they did against Inter Milan. Such situations will open up spaces onto which our centre backs can carry the ball forward, and also onto those wider areas, onto those flanks. We should always try to create that numerical superiority, which allows us to put the ball into the box, or maybe the cutbacks where Lewandowski then can do his magic. And also the role of both the interiors would be very important as well, as to help the wingers or to the fullbacks to create that numerical superiority onto those wider areas, and also to make those forward runs into the box where Lewandowski will drop deep, pulling out the defenders, and this runs from the midfielders or the number 8s can be very crucial in this game. So yeah, these are just some of the things that might happen tomorrow on the pitch. It need not to be true, because under Nagelsmann, Bayern Munich has been very unpredictable, and their unpredictability has been one of their biggest strengths. And on the other side, Barcelona is also in a fine touch, so of course the game will be very exciting to watch. The game will be open without any doubt. This adds another reason it's gonna guarantee you that entertainment. And of course, the battle between these European giants will never fail to deliver. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching the video. And of course, the game, this battle, of course, is gonna deliver. It's gonna deliver. And also, there are lots of narratives to look upon before this game, as Robert Lewandowski will be back at Bayern Munich. So that adds another reason. And yeah, I think this clash between 2 European giants means a lot, especially for Barcelona, because from past 3 seasons they have been literally smashing us, and right now Barcelona have a great squad, and they have a great chance to prove themselves. But anyway, do let me know your score predictions down in the comments down below, and also don't forget to like and share this video, and also subscribe the channel. And as usual, I'll meet you soon with another new video. Until that time, just enjoy the